Massive updates from the world of Barcelona. Former Barça coach Luis Enrique has Culers flooding his phone after thrashing Real Madrid 4-0 with PSG at the Club World Cup. Meanwhile, young star Pablo Torre has all but confirmed his exit to Mallorca, and a brand new Croatian Wonderkid, Lovro Chelfi, has quietly signed with Barça in a deal full of future potential. This video breaks down every major headline you need to know. Luis Enrique says his phone is full of messages from Barça fans after PSG thrash Real Madrid. Barcelona player signals likely departure with clear hint about his future. Luis Enrique masterminded a demolition of Real Madrid at the Club World Cup on Wednesday, as his PSG team beat Los Blancos 4-0 to make it to the final. The former Barcelona boss spoke after the game and admitted he had been inundated with messages from Culers who were loving the result. "My phone is full of messages from Barça fans congratulating me. Real Madrid has been and will be great," he told reporters at a press conference. "We haven't put the brakes on in any way. Some players needed rest. There was a risk of extreme fatigue. The first objective was to be in good shape for the final. There are no breaks in top-flight competition." PSG now go on to play Chelsea in the final of the tournament on Sunday. Both teams will then enjoy short breaks before getting back to work in the 2025-26 season. Barcelona player signals likely departure with clear hint about his future. Barcelona star Pablo Torre has this week dropped a major hint that his departure from the club is now all but imminent. The name of midfielder Torre has of course proven an altogether prominent one in the Spanish media chatter over recent days. This comes after widespread confirmation was forthcoming that the 22-year-old had given the green light to a move to Barca's La Liga rivals, RCD Mallorca. The Bermelones are understood to be ready to fork over €5 million for 50% of Torre's playing rights. And as alluded to above, if there were any remaining doubts regarding the intentions of the talented youngster, Torre has himself put as much to bed once and for all this week. After coming across a post on Instagram, showcasing a potential Mallorca 11 for next season featuring his own name, Torre responded with a like. Interestingly, the lineup also features Rooney Bargi, set to be unveiled as a Barcelona player any day now, ahead of, potentially, being farmed out on loan for the 2025-26 campaign. NK Kastasija Zagreb caused some confusion after they deleted their official announcement about 18-year-old Lovro Chelfi's transfer to Barcelona. Barcelona have quietly completed the signing of Lovro Chelfi, an 18-year-old Croatian playmaker from NK Kastasija Zagreb. The youngster is considered one of the brightest talents in his age group and had caught the eye of several major clubs, including Arsenal and Borussia Dortmund. In the end, it was Barça who acted quickly to bring him to Catalonia. Interestingly, NK Kastasija announced the transfer on their official Instagram page but deleted the post shortly after. However, the message was clear that Chelfi's move to Barcelona is complete. The club described him as a talented attacking midfielder, who played for their first team in Croatia's Supersport Druga NL and confirmed he will initially join Barca's U21 squad. A low-risk deal with big potential. The deal is reported to be worth around €300,000 for 50% of the player's federative rights. However, the total cost could rise to €2 million depending on Chelfi's development and future performance. Barcelona have also secured a 2-year window in which they can choose to buy the remaining 50% of the player's rights from Kastasija. For now, Chelfi will join Juliano Belletti's Barça Athletic side in the second federation. But those at the club see real promise in the Croatian midfielder, and there is genuine belief he could make the leap to the first team if he develops well. This signing reflects Barcelona's continued focus on finding hidden gems in the European market. By securing Chelfi ahead of top-level competition, the club shows it still has strong scouting and quick decision-making in place when it comes to youth talent. Time will tell whether Chelfi becomes a future star, but for now Barça have added another exciting prospect to their growing pool of young talent. From Luis Enrique's satisfying win over Madrid to Pablo Torre's likely move and the quiet capture of Lovro Chelfi, it's clear that Barça are active both on and off the pitch. While the senior squad battles for silverware and stability, the club's scouting network is working hard to build for the future. Will Chelfi be the next big breakout? And was Torre's decision the right one? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss any of the latest Barça news. Welcome back to the channel, Culers. Big changes are happening at FC Barcelona under Hansi Flick. From fierce competition in midfield to big money transfer targets heating up again, there's plenty to unpack. Gavei is fighting for his place, Pedri is shining like never before, and new signing Joan Garcia might be heading straight into Spain's national team. But that's not all. After missing out on Nico Williams, Barca's next move for a left-wing superstar could shake things up. Is Rafael Leo finally on his way? Or will Marcus Rashford be the surprise arrival? Stay tuned as we break down the tactical shifts, pre-season battles, and the transfer twists that could define Barcelona's future. Over at FC Barcelona, Hansi Flick seems to value meritocracy over everything else. For the German coach, his established rules and expectations must be adhered to at all times. Unfortunately, such strict measures can unfairly put certain Barcelona players at a disadvantageous position. Still, the German coach has managed to get the best out of this Barcelona team. From silverware to their performances on the pitch, La Blaugrana look like a fully rejuvenated side under Flick's leadership, and many players have seen the benefits of his tactics and tweaks firsthand. Barcelona players continue to impress. Pedri, for instance, has finally overcome his injury woes and is excelling at an exceptional rate. Even other Barcelona players cannot help but appreciate and praise the youngster for the sensational quality that he is putting on display. However, with stars like Pedri shining and positions being grabbed in the regular starting lineups, other players fail to get the opportunities they need to shine. Yet, while some may leave to find chances elsewhere, others continue to stay behind and fight for them. Gavei wants a starting role. One such player who is undoubtedly a fighter is 20-year-old Spanish midfielder Gavei. According to AS, the Spaniard has been working and training since several weeks now in the hopes of rediscovering his best version and making choices difficult for Hansi Flick. That is because Gavei wants to fight for a starting role at the club, and he is not exactly content with just sitting back. While he would do whatever Flick and Barcelona need from him, he would ideally like to fight for a starting role and establish himself as a strong contender again. As per the report, his exclusion from most projected starting 11s for next season is something that fuels his hunger. Despite the fact that many people are writing him off already, the 20-year-old former Golden Boy winner will not be that easy to push aside and wants to use the preseason tour as a way to make Hansi Flick rethink his options. A journey of redemption and rediscovery. After spending around a year on the sidelines while recovering from an unfortunate ACL injury, Gavei finally returned last season and gradually got back into the rhythm he needed to make an impact. However, Hansi Flick was careful with his minutes, and that ultimately paid off. Once he got back into his rhythm, however, Gavei began to show glimpses of his best version again. Still, that season was still just a transitional one for him, and the Barcelona midfielder is already aware that this campaign will test him to his limits. Yet, with so many stats challenging for places in this Barcelona team, Gavei knows it will not be easy. Beating the likes of Pedri, Frenkie de Jong, Dani Olmo, Fermin Lopez, and Marc Casado will take a lot of willpower and quality, but Gavei does not lack either. Moreover, a resurgence at club level would also mean a better chance to feature more prominently for Spain at the FIFA World Cup in 2026. Next season will give Hansi Flick's Barcelona a chance to rediscover their best version again. After a successful season, the players and coaches have had a vacation to refresh themselves. Now, however, Barcelona must get back to business. To help the squad better prepare for the upcoming season, the club is looking to add some reinforcements this summer. One major signing has already been secured, with Joan Garcia having officially signed for the club. Barcelona still looking for a new left winger. However, beyond that signing, the club is yet to confirm a second arrival. As per various reports from reliable sources, the next major target for Barcelona this summer will be the arrival of a left winger to reinforce that position. Unfortunately, that quest has not been too fruitful for the club so far. Athletic Club winger Nico Williams was previously at the top of their shortlist, but that operation ultimately ended up failing. Consequently, that ended up being a big blow for the Catalan club. Rafael Leo resurfaces as a target. Despite that failure, the club is reportedly still working on the arrival of a player in that particular position. Now, according to Fishages, the name of Portuguese winger Rafael Leo has once again resurfaced within the Barcelona offices, and the signing is being studied. That is because of the club's improved financial situation as per the report, something that hindered their attempts to sign the 26-year-old AC Milan forward previously. However, while Milan are not exactly keen on letting go of the player, they have reportedly set an asking price as the bare minimum to begin negotiations. Reportedly, the Serie A side would consider negotiating the departure of the winger if an offer of around €85 million arrives for the player. If Barcelona or any other interested club can manage that, the Italian giants would be open to negotiating a potential exit for Leo. New Barcelona signing Joan Garcia could be the headline inclusion in the next Spanish national team squad called upon by Luis de la Fuente. That's according to Mundo Deportivo, who have on Wednesday provided an insight into the situation. Goalkeeper Joan is for his part of course fresh off taking the biggest step of his career to date. Following a dazzling campaign between the posts at Espanyol, the 24-year-old blocked out the outside noise to put pen to paper on terms with Catalan rivals Barcelona. Joan is expected to slot straight in as the Blaugrana's new number 1 for next season. And as alluded to above, if the latest word stemming from the media is anything to go by, this may not be the only major development in the talented shotstopper's career this summer. As per a report from MD, Joan is under consideration for the next Spanish national team squad, set to face off with Bulgaria and Turkey in a pair of World Cup qualifiers this September. The new Barcelona man has never been called up for senior duty with La Roja in the past, but the time may well now have come for Joan's international career to be kicked into gear. As the new season approaches, Hansi Flick's Barcelona is already showing signs of evolution. From Gavei's redemption arc to Joan Garcia's rise, and potential blockbuster signings like Leao or Rashford, the competition is on and nobody's place is safe. This is not just a rebuild, it's a battle for dominance at home and in Europe. With a refreshed squad, a strict but ambitious coach and top talent vying for starting spots, Barca fans have every reason to dream big. What do you think? Should Barcelona go all in on Leao? Will Gavei reclaim his spot? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exclusive Barca content.